If you're a man over 40 trying to build muscle, let's be honest, it's frustrating. You train, you eat clean, you stay consistent, yet the mirror doesn't reward you the way it used to. And it's not because you're lazy or weak, it's because your body isn't playing by the same rules anymore. What worked at 25 doesn't deliver at 45. But here's the truth, that doesn't mean it's impossible. Far from it. In fact, with the right changes, your 40s can be the decade where you surprise yourself with how strong, lean, and capable you can become. Today, I want to walk you through 8 things you must do if you want to keep building muscle after 40. Not suggestions, not nice-to-have things your body actually requires now. Some of them will annoy you. Some will make you wish it weren't true. But when you put them into practice, the results speak for themselves. The biggest mistake most men make after 40 is pretending nothing has changed. They push through the same short rest times, the same protein intake, the same split training plan they used at 20, and then wonder why their body refuses to grow. The reality is you've changed, hormones shift, recovery slows down, muscles don't respond to protein and training the way they once did. But here's the good news, you're not doomed. There are plenty of men in their 40s, 50s, and even 60s still adding slabs of muscle. And if they can do it, so can you. You just need to understand what your body actually responds to now. So let's dive in, because these 8 adjustments are the difference between spinning your wheels in the gym and finally seeing your work pay off again. First, you've got to face the elephant in the room, anabolic resistance. This is the body's way of saying, hey, the old tricks don't hit as hard anymore. Your muscles become less sensitive to training and protein. It sounds like a death sentence, but it's actually an opportunity. Studies show older men respond better when you strategically increase training volume. Not marathon sessions that wreck your recovery, but a few extra high-quality sets. Especially with compound lifts like squats, rows, and presses. Your body might not grow off the bare minimum anymore, but when you give it the right stimulus, it still responds. Now here's where it gets annoying for the impatient guys. You need longer rest between sets. Back in your 20s, you could bang out a heavy set, sip some water, and go again in 60 seconds. Not anymore. Science shows men who rest 3 to 5 minutes between sets build significantly more muscle. Why? Because those extra minutes let your muscles fully recharge, so every set hits with maximum intensity. You'll lift heavier, perform better, and stimulate more growth. Think of it not as wasted time, but invested time. And speaking of time, let's talk testosterone. Around 30, your levels start dipping about 1% each year. By 40, you're down 10 to 15%. Doesn't sound like much, but it's enough to slow gains, drain energy, and wreck recovery. That's why step 1 is to actually test your levels. Don't guess. Once you know, you can optimize naturally, sleep like it matters, keep good fats in your diet, and manage stress. These aren't cliches, they're the foundation. Skip them and no supplement in the world will save you. But that doesn't mean supplements are useless. A few actually become more important now. Creatine is still king, -5 grams a day, every day, no excuses. Vitamin D, non-negotiable, especially if you work indoors. And magnesium can make a huge difference in recovery, sleep, and stress. Everything else optional. Think of supplements as backup players, not the starting lineup. Here's another shift most men over 40 resist: frequency. Training a muscle once a week is leaving gains on the table. Your body's muscle building response only lasts 24 to 36 hours after a workout. So if you blast chest on Monday and wait until next week to hit it again, you're wasting potential. Instead, train each muscle group twice a week. That doesn't mean doubling your volume, just splitting it into 2 quality sessions. Your joints will thank you, and your muscles will finally wake up again. Now let's be real, at 40, your body doesn't just need strength, it needs mobility. Tight hips, stiff shoulders, locked up ankles, they all rob you of gains because they shorten your range of motion. A half squat builds half the muscle. The fix: mobility training. Just 10 minutes before your session, working the joints you're about to use. Think deep squat holds, loaded stretches, controlled movements. Within weeks, you'll notice you're moving better, lifting stronger, and actually reducing injury risk. And let's circle back to protein. At 20 grams per meal could max out muscle protein synthesis. After 40, not so much. Studies show you need closer to 30 to 40 grams per meal to really trigger growth. That doesn't mean living on shakes, it means making sure every meal counts. Eggs, lean meats, fish, dairy, whatever fits your diet. And spread it across the day. A huge post-workout shake doesn't make up for a low-protein breakfast. Finally, and this one stings a bit, you need to train harder. Not longer, not more often, harder. And most guys stop their sets way too soon, long before their muscles are truly challenged. After 40, you can't afford to coast. You need to push close to failure on your key lifts. That's where the growth happens. Not every set, not every day, but enough that your body has no choice but to adapt. So yes, it's annoying, you need more rest, more protein, more attention to recovery, and more effort than you did 20 years ago. But it's also empowering because once you know how to play the new game, you can still win. Muscle growth after 40 isn't just possible, it can be your best decade yet, if you stop fighting the changes and start working with them. If this video helped you, drop a comment with your age and how long you've been training, I'd love to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.